I'd like to call bullshit on this idea that you cannot be a healer if you're broken. And of course I understand what that means, and there is truth to the fact that until you've really done some work on yourself and done some of that healing work for yourself, that you may not be equipped to consciously and intentionally offer healing and that type of healing to another being. That's fair enough, there's definitely truth to that. But I guess the sticking point for me is the key difference between the healer and the healed, or the healer and the recipient, and what it really boils down to is how do we heal? And the fact is that regardless of your own path as a healer, and regardless of the damages and the traumas that you have ensued on the battlefield of your spiritual path, your intention to heal will weave in between and supersede a great deal of that, and will always continue to lead you into areas where healing may be sought and or offered. It's part of your world, and so we get that. But even in your immensely broken state, even in your heartbroken state, even in your mentally broken state, whatever your current state happens to be, to say that you then have absolutely no power to make a positive transformation and lasting difference in someone's life is just mental. Because the way we heal isn't always based on the way a healer wants to offer us their healing. And when we identify in what ways a person needs healing, that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to have been through the same experience and done the exact same type of healing that they require to facilitate a process for them to receive a similar type of healing in their own life. So you can still be really clever when you're busted in the heart. And I think we need to remember this, and we discount ourselves a great deal, that even though we might not be in the most awesome state ourselves, we still have a tremendous capacity to perceive and sense and to strategize, maybe to plan, at least to convey energy, if not our energy is not feeling all that great, but our basic faculties are all relatively there. And so as a healer, should we be broken, should we be in some sort of a damaged space in our life or in state of disrepair, if we encounter another person that is also quite clearly seeking healing in a particular area of their life, and we can identify what that is based on what they've told us and what we can just quite obviously see, there's still a great deal we can do consciously and intentionally to facilitate situations, networks, encounters, processes, all sorts of things for that person to engage with, to experience a catalyst of transformation in their lives. Even if that isn't necessarily us, we still have capacity to see what they need and to create some form of solution for them and offer that to them, or offer them a door to walk through should they choose to. If you consider healing in that way, that God forbid, as a healer, it's not all about you. In fact, it's nothing about you. And that we focus on what healing really means and how healing occurs. That has nothing to do with the healer, and all about how we heal as individuals. And the fact is that there are many catalysts and many types of situations that can be a wonderful process for us to achieve the healing that we need. And all sorts of things can happen where people can facilitate those situations, those meetings, those scenarios, whatever they happen to be. So if you are a healer and you know it, and if you are busted in the heart or in the head or in the body or in the spirit or all of the above, and you know it, please don't get discouraged at this idea if your healing intention and healing desire is still burning strong. Please don't get discouraged that even with your burning healing desire that you think you suddenly have to do you first before you can now lift a finger for others. I'm telling you that's bullshit, and don't waste your time on that type of discouragement. Get on with it. The advice I might give you is just to consider your strategy for healing and your methodology for healing at times when you are not in good form yourself and you know it. If your energy is shit, maybe don't do the energy work. If you can't say a nice word at a particular time, maybe don't do the communication thing. But don't make it about you. Look at the person. Look at the person requesting or in need of receiving healing. What are the situations, people, events, scenarios, networks, blah, 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 that would assist them in that growth? And how can you contribute to that? How can you help make that happen or create that circumstance for that person? Do you see how you can still make a profound impact in direct response to someone in need of healing that has no bearing on your current personal capacity as a healer, whatever the hell that means to you? So get broad, don't get discouraged, okay? It does not matter if you are broken and feel broken as a healer. I assure you, we all do, and we all have, and it does not automatically mean that you are not in a position of affecting powerful and lasting transformation in people's lives. So stay with it and stay at it and stay positive and stay smart.